squad like, what? In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
SOS. Check 24, check 6. He's checking. Crash.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Patterson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They run with Patterson. Finding room inside the 40. Cordell Patterson. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordell Patterson scoring a touchdown against his former mates as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Got it. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby!
And all right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over first and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's coming. We got double up. On the ball. Kill.
Third down. Here's Haskins. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally... he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Tighten up. Tighten up. Kill.
Here's Haskins. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's Thomas. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Be ready. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Looking to throw. Thomas. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
Let's go, boys.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 51 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Haskins on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Anthony Barr in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Thomas. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, check.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. From the 22, Haskins. Open man is Ross, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That second down play nets a -4. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Check hot. Check 52. You go tight. You got tight. Off. Tight right there.
4th down, here's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 12-yard touchdown grab as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Dancing to his left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it here. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Haskins will throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Alert 3. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Thomas now throwing to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Thomas. Throwing again. Open here, Adam Thielen. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now he's flushed out right, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Switch. 6 guys. Check.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Get ready, Will. Pick the edge. Here we go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Watch. Creeping. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And, look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Wood.
Now Thomas, off the play fake, lets it fly for Thielen. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Slam. Watch the edge. Hey, switch gears. Hey, check 24.
On second down now, it's Patterson, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Going to throw deep. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? And he's got a man complete. 36 yards on the play. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Flushed out right. He'll run it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Thomas. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chandler Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Haskins. Open man there is Patterson. Complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And the Bears first down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Patterson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And he's got his man on the out route. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Montgomery. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this one down near the 15. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Bears on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check 24, check 24.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cordero Patterson. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 27-yard line.
He's crashing.
Going to run with Madison again. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?